right, welcome folks to another episode of I've Got a Theory. I'm Henish. I'm here with my new friend Sylvana Kozak, who's an emotional fitness and mindset trainer and a self-love coach. Welcome on. Thanks for coming on and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you've got an interesting theory. Please share. What do you got?
Right. So this theory is the theory of my life that actually found me not long ago. And the theory is that self-love is the foundation of our success and fulfillment in life. And the way it came to me was through my own journey, actually. And then after over 7 years of coaching men and women from all over the world, I've recognized certain patterns, and that was basically that was the main thing that actually led me to coming up with that theory.
What's self-love and what's that the opposite of?
So what self-love is, it's actually whatever it is for you.
Okay.
And if I have to summarize the definition of self-love, is like this pure, unconditional love and relationship that you're having with yourself, where regardless of how amazing your life is or how extreme and negative situation you are in, you're still making decisions and you're being and coming from that love towards yourself. So the opposite of that is someone who is ego-driven, someone who is coming from scarcity mindset, someone who is coming from just really victim point of view, right? This is like the shortest way I can describe
Do you think that why self-love is important and why you coach to it is because people are taught that they should be unhappy unless they buy something or they look a certain way, and then the media and the marketing is telling us that you're not happy unless you buy this new car, unless you buy these new clothes, unless you get this new makeup?
That's a very good point, and yes. Unfortunately, on a daily basis, we are being brainwashed by media, by
marketing,
social media, marketing,
advertising,
and unfortunately by our parents, by our partners, by our neighbors, by everything and everyone around us, that there's something wrong about us, that we need to fix it, and in order to fix it, you gotta buy something or become something or someone that you're not.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it's great to use external things to help you as long as they're in alignment with who you are and you're not depending your growth and feeling good and being in that good state of mind and emotional state. You're not depending that on something external, such as, supplements or medications or the way you look or how much money you make, right? So when we develop this practice and understanding of what self-love really is, to me, to you, is going to be different, right? So I can't educate you what it is, but I can guide you to find the ways to practice that.
It takes training.
That. It takes training, it takes patience, and the first part is very uncomfortable.
Because you have to transition. Well, first you have to identify that maybe you don't love yourself.
Right. And when you don't love yourself, you kind of like being resistant to acknowledging the fact that something is not working in your life, or if you do recognize that, but maybe you've been talking about it, posting about it and complaining about it, but you're not taking responsibility for fixing it and growing through that experience.
So when you're training people on how to love themselves, how does that impact them?
Oh, I could go on and on about it. And,
it's super important. I mean, I guess the key is that we're trying to create the awareness that this is an important part of your life.
Yeah.
And yeah, they can employ someone like you to help them, but they could also understand it about themselves and realize that you don't have to go on a shopping spree to be happy.
You shouldn't.
You don't have to have the newest car to be happy. You shouldn't have to, buy something, but it's more of an internal understanding and kind of coming to peace with yourself.
You said it right, and in a really beautiful way, and that's exactly where the first, when we in lack, in pain, very often people look outside. What do I need? What can I get to fix it, instead of looking internally here? So you ask me, how is that impacting my clients when they actually do the work? First of all, it is completely changing the relationship that they're having with self, and they're enjoying their daily life. They're actually having a different experience of being. And yes, we're working on their not just goals, but what they want in the future. But my goal is for you to enjoy your journey right now, today, because you don't know how long you've got, how long I've got. So if we can not only have as much fun, I'm also, I want everyone have as much fun as they can and enjoy life, but also make an impact in a way that you don't have to be a coach, you don't have to be a speaker. You can just completely be who you are right now. But through your internal transformation and improvement, other people around you will change and shift. So let's say, you as a business owner, as a CEO of the company, you have tremendous impact on every single person that is in your business, in your beautiful family, and also all the clients that are coming to see you, the space that you're providing for them, right? And you don't need to scream and shout like what you do, who you are, and tell them your life history, right? But just by your being, there is so much happening around us, like even the energy that we are creating. And I don't want to go too woo-woo, but we do have impact, a huge impact on other people's life, regardless where we are and what we're doing. And what happens as well, when you're coming from self-love, your self-awareness is on such a high level that even if you make a mistake, because you're still going to make a mistake, you're still going to experience, negative emotions and challenges in life. But the impact that it's having on you, it has a positive impact on your health.
Yeah.
Because you are not in your reactive mode.
You're not playing a victim game.
Right, but you're not reacting. So immediately, even if there's a, tension when something stressful is, you're able to let go of that because you're not taking things, situations, and interactions with people personally.
Yeah.
And then also what is allowing you to do is to pay more attention to other people and not just have a conversation and wait until you able to speak, but actually put yourself in their shoes and understand, oh, they treated me this way. And we were talking about it just prior to this conversation, right? When people do things and they're basically, coming across as negative, or they, hurting or maybe causing some kind of loss for the personal life or business. But what happens is that if we trying to understand their point of view, or we leading that conversation with that love and self-love, with an understanding, the reason why that person did that is because they never were taught how to do it.
Yeah.
Right? But that because you had the same experience in the past.
Yeah.
And you
can
recognize
relate
that within yourself.
Yeah.
So again, there are so many ways how to name self-love. There are so many ways how to practice self-love. I think the expression self-love is pretty simple, and it can either trigger someone or actually get them curious. So I chose to actually call myself self-love coach not long ago because it resonates with more people who are on a journey to find that self-love from within. And yes, when you actually go through coaching experience, it does require from you to invest your time, energy, money, and focus. However, this is literally the cheapest way to heal yourself.
Yeah, that's great.
And to really make an impact. And I'll tell you, my clients who really went through this journey, they were focused on, let's say, confidence, or they came to me with some personal stuff. Suddenly, they doubling, tripling, quadrupling their income. They're finding the love of their life. They're having, 3 promotions at work. And so many things start unfolding because they did the work.
They've trained themselves, and now they know how to love themselves.
Right. And they're inspiring everyone around them how to do it. And they're being asked questions. Hey, how did you do that? What happened to you?
Yeah, you've changed. So you're putting out awesome energy. Yeah.
You're also gonna have people who's gonna be like, whoa.
They're haters.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Because they got used to the old you and they're trying to bring it back. And unfortunately, when you experience that transformation,
You don't want to go back.
you don't want to go back, but you need to let go of some people.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a tough one, but we could have
That's another conversation.
Another conversation.
Sylvana, thank you so much for your time. I love learning about self-love.
Yes, I want to inspire you to explore, and feel free to connect with me. I'm on a mission to guide, teach over 1 million men and women within next maybe couple of years, maybe 5-10 years. I don't really have a deadline for that, but really help them to fall in love with themselves first, so then they can really inspire others to do the same.
Thank you so much for your time and sharing. And it was a great message. And appreciate you listening to another episode of I've Got a Theory. Like, subscribe, and follow us on all your favorite podcast channels.
Bye for now.